Hello there. One of the big causes of leaky gut and excess inflammation in the body are lectins. Lectins are a type of protein found mainly in plants, and they bind to carbohydrates. They're often used as a plant's toxic defense system to protect them against bacteria. And if your body hasn't built up a tolerance to lectins, or if you consume too much at one sitting, you might experience digestive issues when consuming lectins. For example, kidney bean lectin is a natural toxin that can cause nausea, stomach aches, and vomiting, as well as excess gas if the beans are not properly cooked. They resist being broken down in the gut, and they're very stable in acidic environments, which helps protect lectin-containing plants in nature. Not so good in your body, right? Because what lectins do is they stimulate acid, reduce your mucus defense systems, and they support abnormal bacterial proliferation. This is why they're linked to leaky gut, rheumatoid arthritis, peptic ulcers, type 1 diabetes, and a variety of autoimmune conditions. In other words, excess inflammation in the body. In addition, animal and cell studies have found that active lectins can interfere with the absorption of minerals, especially calcium, iron, phosphorus, and zinc. Again, so if your blood work shows levels of these minerals are not high enough, you may want to consider reducing your lectin intake. So where do lectins come from? Okay, they're found in all plants, but raw legumes such as beans, lentils, peas, soybeans, peanuts, and whole grains like wheat contain the highest amount of lectins. Typically, exposure to them is rare if we prepare our foods properly. And this is because lectins are water soluble. So when we expose them to water, when boiling or stewing, steaming, or soaking for several hours, we're actually inactivating most lectins. And that's why we soak legumes before cooking them as a rule. The body can also produce enzymes during digestion that degrade some lectins. Some bodies do this better than others. Other processes that deactivate the compounds are things like sprouting grains in beans and mechanically removing the outer hull of beans and wheat grains that contain the most lectins. But if proper cooking doesn't help and you're still feeling indigestion after consuming legumes, then you should reduce the amount of them you consume, at least at one sitting. And this is particularly important for vatas, according to Ayurveda, who often suffer the most from excess legumes. Make sure your peanuts are roasted or cut them out completely. But this is not a case where I'm recommending you cut lectins out of your diet if you can build up a tolerance. Just cook them properly, continue to eat these great foods, and keep in mind that anti-nutrients such as lectins may also exert health benefits. So avoiding them entirely is not recommended. And if you're wondering what an anti-nutrient is, well, that's a topic for our next video. More to come.